lost to throw it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Mariota, perfect strike, touchdown.
Ohio State's turn for Media Day at the National Championship here at the Dallas Downtown Convention Center, and Campus Insiders is here to cover it all for you. Hey everybody, welcome to Big D. Bonnie Bernstein alongside Pete Fiutak and Doug Chapman. Little bit of news coming out of the Buckeyes Media Day in that Devin Smith, the big play wide receiver for OSU, was not present today. We've been told that he was sick, but there is no doubt that he will be on the field for the National Championship Monday night, which, you know, guys, is music to the ears of one Cardale Jones, who, oh, by the way, is making all of his third start behind center. Urban Meyer talked today about how the evolution of his conversations has changed with his signal caller. Take a listen.
They changed more before the championship game in Indianapolis. Now it's more, he's got it, he knows it, he's very mature. You know, I watch closely. I think Tom Herman does a great job with him. I listen. I tell you, the changer was when he jogged off the field after the first or second series and said that one's on me, and I watch how he prepares. There hasn't been a lot of those conversations which maybe sound good. We just, you know, it's more just, here's what we have to do to go win the game.
The more and the better that we prepare, and I prepare as a quarterback, is that it raises my comfort level and my confidence. So, I mean, like you said, this game means a lot to not just me, to Buckeye Nation, to the university, and to this program. So, like I said, it means a lot playing for this game.
Chap, you were out at the Sugar Bowl. You saw firsthand how Cardale Jones wasn't even fazed by the big stage of the Sugar Bowl. What do you anticipate from him Monday night?
You know, Pete and I talk about this all the time. And recruiting these kids, these guys are all 4- and 5-star kids. So in high school, they're ready for the big stage. They come to Ohio State expecting to play. Cardale Jones just happened to be the third guy on the depth chart. Remember, we didn't know who J.T. Barrett was week one either, but he turned out to be pretty good of a football player. The stage has not gotten too big for him. Big Ten championship game, he shows up. Sugar Bowl, shows up. First half, throws a pick, bounces back. The kid seems unfazed. Urban Meyer is a head coach. The stage is never too big for him. He's been here before, and his kids reflected as well.
It was really amazing to listen to Urban rattle off his quarterback tree, his resume. Everyone who's ever played quarterback and started for him has succeeded. So if you've passed that test, if you're Urban Meyer's starting quarterback, you've done something right.
And Cardale Jones really gave credit to Tom Herman, the offensive coordinator, because what Jones said is that these games are won in the meetings, and he gave Coach Herman so much credit for constantly keeping all of the quarterbacks in that room engaged, even if they weren't starting. Pete, so much talk about Oregon's tempo and can Ohio State handle it. What were you hearing from the defensive players?
They didn't care. You know, either they talk a great game or they seem like they've got it. I mean, these defensive players, they're like, yeah, okay, they're fast. They have tempo. That's not a big deal to them. They're like, all right, we're just going to have to deal with it. And as Urban Meyer was talking about, it's all about the mentality of this thing. Physically, they can handle it. They're in shape. They've just played 11 days ago. They're in football shape. They just have to handle the speed. And these guys are like, look, it's an offense. We're going to have to try to stop it, and that's it. They're not mystified by this spread and this tempo like Florida State seemed to be.
And last week, people were saying, can they handle the physicality of Alabama?
Yep.
And they did okay against Alabama
right,
down in the Sugar Bowl, so I'm not worried about the tempo. Like I said, it starts from the top down. Urban Meyer has his guys prepared.
Relative to the Oregon players, too, I just felt like in talking to the OSU guys, they're so much looser.
Yeah.
And Urban Meyer takes offense to that term. He says, when I hear my players are loose, it makes it sound like they're being silly or they're not prepared.
They're prepared. They've got it.
Relaxed.
They seem like they've got it. They might not. Oregon's probably going to put 60 on the board, but they seem like they know something that we don't.
Well, he wanted to reassure everybody holding a microphone that his team is equally as prepared for Monday night's game as is Oregon. One other quick note, there's a big storyline that Ohio State had unlimited practice time because their school is not in session while Oregon's is. And Meyer told me that they came in way under the customary 20-hour NCAA rule.
We weren't
I'm buying it. Maybe
line.
I'm gullible. But the bottom line is we'll see how prepared they are as Ohio State prepares for Oregon and Monday night's championship game. And Campus Insiders will be there to cover it all for you.